Last time on Tim Plays a Game. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. Okay, that is a tattoo. It is a tattoo. It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing. Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. It's the knife the person was holding. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly... Everything has happened. Why have you not opened it yet? Alright. Open the envelope and look inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Oh. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir. Again, she's not even in high school yet. For those 3 years. Fenrir. Like a wolf. That's right. It said Fenrir is the wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad gets a tattoo. Would get a tattoo. Why do I even bother talking? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation. Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her. That's a strange way to put it. Class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
And we're back, guys, and I've just been, like, jamming out to this music for a while. Whoever this is like the last kind of music you expect to hear in, like a serious trial. Anyway, no way the corpse was wearing gloves.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember?
Right, this is true.
I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides,
by the way, we're still trying to
hide her hands,
prove to Hiro that Kyoko, who is alive, is not the dead body that we're trying to figure out who it is.
It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands.
We're still here, by the way, so you haven't missed anything.
Don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Okay, they cannot astral project themselves. I don't care how complicated women are.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Bullseye.
Well, Kyoko,
Genius point to Hina.
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life.
Okay.
If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
I cannot believe we're still arguing this point.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing
Thank
right
you,
here.
Byakuya! Oh my god. I think this might have been my anime persona in, like, in my past anime life.
Okay, so
Starting to sound like Hiro.
who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
Mukuro Ikasaba.
That's the first thing I said.
Thank
You're
you,
the one
again,
who's been
Byakuya.
dragging us around in circles.
10 points to Slytherin. For anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from here. Again with the arguments.
If Kyoko really is still alive,
Come on, we're still arguing
then who
this.
died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
She's right there.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
That one.
There's
Dang
nothing
it!
else we can do, right?
I had this problem last time. Oh, you know what I should do? I should do this slowdown thing.
If Kyoko really is still alive,
Which button is that? That one, okay.
then who died?
I'm gonna just speed it up.
Gotta be some... I don't think so. The face was scorched, and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
Oh, dang it. No!
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
If Kyoko really is, then who died?
There's gotta be some... I don't think so. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
There we go.
No,
I'm just gonna shit around the white noise.
there was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
There's a tattoo on her right hand that looks like a wolf. Mukuro Ikasaba was in a group called Fenrir.
What? For real? You're lying. You'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Okay, I've been honest about everything up until now. You want to just shut up and listen?
Oh, an unusual death. This I gotta see.
Dude, you've seen it at least 4. You've seen 5 cruel and unusual deaths. No, wait. Including the punishments, you've seen almost a lot of them, like 10.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what
Oh,
you're
I've been
talking
trying
about.
to for a long time. I really have.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Right.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh?
Pretty cool, though.
Is this her master?
Like she's in the werewolf police force.
You're my bitch.
You're a bitch.
Seriously? You really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it.
Thank
the
you.
identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Not really hidden that well, but okay.
Really?
Compare the tattoo with each other information. I think it's Mukuro Ikusaba's profile.
I got it!
Yes, okay.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Awesome.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Wolf of Ragnarok. The image that represents Fenrir is on her hand. We just went over this. Oh god, we gotta do the Hangman's Gambit. Fine. Really gotta spell... Okay. Really just 2 letters? Okay. F, 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 F. There.
Now I understand.
Complete.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Right.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Ooh.
Man, after all
he's
this
kinky.
time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Dead body equals Mukuro. Can we move on?
The body we found had a tattoo
This video is
of a
only an
wolf,
hour long.
which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir.
Right.
So it must have been Mukuro.
Thank you.
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You'd think.
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
It means Mukuro Ikusabe isn't the mastermind. And yeah.
No, it means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Good point. Yeah, it says right there she's the
After all,
ultimate
looking
soldier.
at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it
I
said
mean, other
was
than
that
being
she
part of a
was the
terrorist
ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from
Kyoko.
Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
That was false information.
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Now, did she make a mistake, or did she intentionally feed us false information?
Who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
I think she just was smart and, like, hid the whole time.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more.
And then maybe she tried to kill to get out of it. But she hasn't been at any of the class trials, so why did Monokuma keep giving her a free pass? That's what's weird.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Right. Maybe there are 2 masterminds.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
Yes.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
How are you sure about that? Present evidence.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
Right.
My information was not wrong.
So she's the mastermind.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
I mean, this could lead to that.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this.
Yeah, Monokuma definitely does not want us to know who the mastermind is, so...
No matter what
That's
happens,
a clue.
we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially
Dang.
decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record.
Alright, for the
The reason
stenographer.
we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains.
Got it. Stenographer, let it be known that Monokuma is trying to distract us from who the mastermind is.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no.
No,
There's a
Monokuma's trying to
chance
mislead
that
us.
there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along.
No.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Good, okay.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Why do you trust the bear more than me?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Yeah, unfortunately, it points to Kyoko. Oh yeah, I guess it points to me too. Mukuro and the headmaster.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Because you've been gone the whole time and I was asleep.
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can
Yes.
confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden.
Right.
However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pair. All of which is
smart.
to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis.
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down
You know,
the
there's
list of
one possibility
suspects.
that it's incredibly outrageous that I haven't really thought of until now. I mean, again, I know they're probably not going to repeat the same thing twice, but it could be a suicide. I mean, Mukuro maybe faked her death. Yeah, she could like faked her death to make it look like, okay, I'm dead, so I can't be the mastermind. Try to make us blame each other. That could be a thing. I mean, we never did really see her face, so the bomb probably did that to, yeah. Just a thought. That's why you're able to narrow down the
Exactly
suspects.
so.
So the only ones now are me and Kyoko. Kyoko and me. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place.
Right, if we can figure out what time the murder took place, that should be able to clear up some confusion.
Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock.
So after 10 o'clock p.m.
So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Yes.
Then I guess we can
amazing
say
how
the
we can put that
time frame
together.
for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body
think,
first
like,
was
after
Toko,
8?
right?
So time was the body discovered.
I
9
got it!
o'clock, yeah, okay.
The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
So the body was found there sometime between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. That's an 11-hour time frame. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 o'clock on the dot now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's not an alibi, he's sleeping.
But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
That's right.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? Oh yeah, right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
And the sprinklers come on at 7:30, so that, yeah, and the body was dry from the waist down.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. until 7:30 a.m. Okay, then it looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove that murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Okay, we gotta bring up the sprinklers then. Please let that be one of the... Okay, cool. Sprinklers.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock
Dang
at
it, hit
night.
the wrong button.
No, it's wrong. Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko,
The top part.
but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down side?
No!
I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
I'm trying to, but yet you still exist.
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and I think that should do it. If you look at the body itself, that should make it clear. Lower half the body was dry. Oh my God, we gotta do this. Great.
I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about this. I admit nothing. No, no, no!
Ooh, final strike, okay.
How can...
This should prove it.
Shut up!
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
Says the schizophrenic brutal maniac.
I'm so sick of her.
Why is she the only other girl to talk to?
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because... while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Right.
Oh, then Then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
God, I'm so sick of having to explain such simple stuff to people through freaking rhythm games and firing truth bullets.
So if the sprinklers did
Take what I say at face value and move on
then
already.
the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Yes, so 7:30 to 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. That's when the body had to be there.
She must have
Or
been
had
killed
the
sometime
murder had to
between
happen.
then and when the body was discovered at 9.
Well, I guess the killing could have taken some other time and they could have moved it with the tarp. That's right, the tarp, okay. And there was also bloody duct tape in that locker too, so...
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So that...
So there's no way Makoto could have done it.
Yes.
I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
And unfortunately, that's process of elimination right there. It kind of leaves Kyoko hanging to dry.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Oh boy. Kyoko is the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone, that's...
I'd just like to say one thing.
Yeah?
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
Oh, I don't like that.
Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me?
I mean, it kind of makes sense. It feels like we're being led somewhere.
Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
Quiet, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Okay.
She did?
Yeah, let's hear it.
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
That actually is a logical belief.
So, that was her motive?
She thought she was taking out the mastermind, and she might have been wrong.
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I really don't think Kyoko did do it. I mean, let's hear what she says.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Okay. Weird that she's going after me, but I guess that's all she can do.
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Yeah, right?
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided
The tarp,
getting wet.
okay.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
And one side was wet, but the other side was completely dry, so that makes sense. I mean, I gotta go with the evidence.
I got it!
Yeah.
You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
Yep.
You catch on quick.
It's like, yeah, you catch on quick. Shut up.
You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did.
I should know. You would know,
The
wouldn't
dirt
you?
pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean.
Wouldn't that have gotten blood on it?
This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting
Never mind.
soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
To set up their alibi.
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Okay, it's better than your excuse, which was literally nothing. Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want me to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about... You should be thinking about that right now. Because that's something the killer would do. That tarp. If it was used by the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
Can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer, right? I have to refute what Kyoko said. Okay, what's this one gonna be? Oh, okay, make the argument. Body exploded out. Body analysis. Fragments in your dead body.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
Yes.
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
There it is.
No, it's wrong.
Shut up, Hero.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Oh my god, really? Huh? Blood was camouflage?
After the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim.
They used their... I guess she's saying they used their own blood?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
They could have gotten it from the nurse's office.
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from
Thank
the
you.
nurse's office.
You're actually thinking.
That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time.
Why?
The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Oh, chickens. Yeah, I guess... it wouldn't be hard to cut up a chicken, and yeah. Yeah, and we did lose a chicken, so yeah, that makes sense now.
Could it have been chicken blood?
Which, I don't know, I guess... Yeah, I guess that would make sense.
What? Chicken
I
blood?
mean, it's not like you can tell the difference.
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
Right. And Hero can attest to that.
So, we're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
And that would use to camouflage.
That's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Right?
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
So what happened to the chicken?
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense.
Where is the chicken now? Where's the dead chicken body? Now we have to investigate that dead body.
You said that
There are
the
2
police
dead
used the tarp
bodies.
to avoid the water
One human and
then
one chicken.
covered the body in blood, right?
Wait, tarp to avoid... Oh, yeah.
But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body.
Huh.
But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange.
They just have really good control of blood.
Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, Was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
No, it was just draped over.
Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Yeah.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping.
They pour blood on the jacket.
What?
They put the jacket over the dead body, and then they put the knife in through the jacket and into the dead body.
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off.
The tarp when it was covered to keep the body from
didn't
getting
get
wet.
Because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred.
It seems kind of convoluted.
They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
I get that, but it just seems really convoluted.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body.
Okay.
They'd be done in no time.
And how do you know all this?
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no, I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Great.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't
Oh,
you say?
come on. That was like to run all the way up to the 5th floor. I would be out of breath.
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
It's very unlikely.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
I have an alibi. She doesn't. And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. Oh, the narrator. Thank you, narrator. Disguised dead body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one.
God, square one.
Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide?
No.
Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
And I really shouldn't bet everyone's life on that on that bet.
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that.
No, shut up.
I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
Yeah, please. Anything that can save me
You know
right now.
that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it
Oh, that
exploded,
also points
right?
to me. Oh, boy.
According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it.
Right, that's the one that Makoto has. That you all forced on me. Just make that clear. Listen, more important, now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do. I don't want it anyway. So what to do? Why don't you hang on to it? See, you suggested that I take it. Huh? Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
God.
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Really should have pointed that out earlier.
Then why did you hide that fact?
It wasn't really hidden. It was, anyone with eyes could have seen
It's
it.
not that I hid it. It's just...
Oh, God. Couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious.
Great, even
indeed.
Hiro thinks I did it.
The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
God. Now I gotta explain my way out of this for another hour. Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I did not murder anyone. I'm not the killer. What can we say?
The
Good
knife
body
we found
analysis.
lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
That's true.
Really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
No!
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
No, it does not.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
No, you're wrong.
No, it's wrong. Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Right, she got hit on the head.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
Oh, no, wait, the order of events, yeah. The knife couldn't be what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then
put on the bloody coat,
on
and then the knife.
Right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body,
Yeah, big old knife in it.
the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point.
I'm glad Makoto's arguing this right now. I would have gotten super frustrated and just been like, "Argh!" Why won't anyone believe me?
Obviously, the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Then there'd be more blood. I'm gonna stab twice in the same spot? No, that's not. There's no way it's possible. Condition of the body was written down. Right here?
I got it!
Yeah.
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab
But
wound.
there was multiple stabs before that.
Oh yeah,
an
it
earlier
sure
date.
did. Totally forgot about
Which is really weird. Because that has, I guess that'll be a point later.
And the knife
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
This is like
They
kind of back
probably
and
stabbed
forth
her to
between
draw attention
Makoto
away
and Kyoko.
from what actually killed her.
Kind of liking it.
Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
Toko goes
The
flying.
explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
And how'd they trigger the bomb anyway? That's another thing I want to know.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward.
Detonated the body.
They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but
Yeah.
what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
It was the
I'll
Monokuma
tell
bomb.
you. I bet some
Monokuma
unknown
bomb.
quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
Oh, please stop.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
You're slightly smarter than him, so you don't get to talk too much.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Yeah, it's like she won't listen to me. Maybe you can get. Yeah, you'll get through to her. Guess this.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
No, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
Right.
That's only natural. Because, of course,
Feels like we're getting
saw
close to the end
same
here. I mean,
thing
we've
when
gotten
we
kind of
dismantled
covered everything.
Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Except how the bomb was detonated, exactly.
Oh, then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Right.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that...
And now the suspicion goes to
Is
Kyoko.
the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Unless, of course, there's like another mastermind who's just watching all this, laughing his butt off.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
Alright, fine. So now we're trying to help Kyoko here. I mean, if we can prove that Makoto didn't do it and Kyoko didn't do it, then, and we've already proven that the other 4 didn't do it, that leaves only one other possible person. The headmaster or, like, the mysterious person hiding, I don't know, who's ever controlling Monokuma. We need to concentrate. I think it said that she was hit on the back of the head or something. Oh, well, we only get one bullet. Okay.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
Okay.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Okay, that I need.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Okay, I need to hold on to this and then take it around again.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
Yes.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
No, it's wrong.
Says right in the Monokuma file, the fatal injury is the blow to the head.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
Said it was an earlier date.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Yeah, Mukuru was in a freaking military group. That means she probably would have gotten hurt a few times.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
No, pickaxe
How is
didn't have
that
blood
even
on it.
possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Yeah,
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
that's dumb.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power.
Yeah, pickaxes are pretty heavy. I've actually picked one up before.
I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
I second that.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
She can hit you with a pickaxe, but she wouldn't strike gold, if you know what I mean.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
You can scoop all you want. You're not gonna find anything.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
God.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously, just
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
right. I'm thinking the arrows from the wooden locker.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
Why can't you count on me? I'm the one solving these things.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder
I
weapon.
thought you were gonna. Fine. Real murder weapon. Titanium arrows, I believe. Yeah. So titanium arrows are found in the dojo locker. There appear to be a 10 in total.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her.
Right.
And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Correct.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Yes.
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
You sound kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I would just love Toko or Hina or Hiro to have any kind of value, any valuable input at all. It just feels like we're holding their hand through these trials.
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
Byakuya just tells all three of them, go sit in the corner. We'll call you when it's over. I don't blame Hina for doubting it because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. Yeah. Oh, right, bloody duct tape, yeah.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced.
Well, I'm thinking like maybe the duct tape, like you can duct tape the arrows
It's
together.
in the Monokuma file.
You just like whack her over the head like a baseball
The
bat.
weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just...
Nope.
No, it's wrong.
Duct tape makes it thicker if you duct tape all the arrows together.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo
That's why.
locker,
Okay, now the duct
we
tape
also
makes
found
sense.
a balled-up wad of duct tape.
Blood on it.
The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as
But that's
thick as
kind of
a
weird. I
pipe.
mean, like. That's weird, though. I mean, we only found that because there was a wooden key in Kyoko's room that led to that locker. But we never really got confirmation that Kyoko had access to that locker, so that also could have been set up by someone.
And that's exactly what the killer did.
It bridges the gap to make Kyoko look like the killer, but at the same time, that could have also been set up.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Power and numbers.
That's harsh.
Yeah.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
It's harsh getting hit in the back of the head by a bundle of sticks.
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon.
Yes.
As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
We were at the dojo together.
Oh no, you absolutely
Yeah, don't lie.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto? What's the matter?
Yeah, don't.
Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you?
I don't think Kyoko did it. There's just too much. I mean, she just kind of left that wooden key out in the open. I mean, she probably would have taken that with her if she did commit a murder.
If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all. Remember?
Yes.
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
Oh boy, here we go. Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo. Must be connected to the dojo locker. Yeah, the wooden key. Yep. It was in her room.
The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
I mean, it proves that, it doesn't really prove it, it just kind of links her to the murder weapon, but it doesn't say, it's not exactly 100%.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime.
But Kyoko didn't have access to her room. She didn't, well no, she did have a key.
This all proves that you are the true culprit.
But Byakuya also
You
had a
can't
key that
explain
had the
this
key to her
away,
room.
So just give up.
So he could, I mean, Byakuya could have placed that wooden key. Okay, so maybe Byakuya's, oh no, no. Hero's his alibi.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just, there's one more thing I need to ask her.
Yeah.
Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? And what were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
Yeah. Not gonna talk?
I was just protecting you.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, protecting me like but you're accusing me now. That doesn't make sense. Then does that mean she probably fought up? Yeah, probably stopped freaking Lucha Libre, freaking Lucha Murderer from stabbing you. And she came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which you mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over.
I don't think she would have killed. I mean, maybe she could have come back later and tried to get him again, get the Lucha guy again, girl. But it is close at hand. Okay?
I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I want to believe you, but you're not giving us evidence. You're not giving anything, any like hard evidence to. I want to believe you.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? Yeah, what? Byakuya should know better than anyone. What does that mean? Where the body, when the body was found?
Those words you just
So whenever they give me like one
do you mean?
key, one bullet, I mean, it seems like I like absorb something.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I
think
really
that's
have
gonna
done
be
that?
valuable. Locker key in her room is kind of big. It's kind of a lot of evidence.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer.
No, wrong
You
one,
should
dang it.
understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you are. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory. You said I hid the...
And then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
Do that. Okay.
But could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly. I'm not. But you should understand.
Understand that more.
Byakuya,
What are you?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Got it.
No, it's wrong. If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Right, because because Byakuya had her key.
Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
But she did have a key. I guess it was like a skeleton key or something.
I see. So that's what you meant.
It allowed her to get to the second floor. I think it allows her to open other locks.
And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Right.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
Oh god. No, that's not actually true, right? There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just said, told us an obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a disparate lie. she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Is there some deeper meaning hidden, Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't. So we gotta basically trust what she said at face value. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us. I mean, if she did try to spout off about there being another person, like the mastermind was somewhere in the school but she can't quite prove it, yeah, that would seem a little weird. Suspicious, even. Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko. But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? I mean, you should really just state all the facts here and hope for the best. Mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her. What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? Mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. I think that's what she meant, is like... Or maybe that's her telling us to call her out on her lie. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Oh, God. Okay, where's that coin that hero wanted to flip? I'm gonna have to do that now. Running away is not an option. But pursuing the lie is also bad. I'll let this one go, hope for the best. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. Well, she's about to kill you. There has to be some secret here, something that has to do with the Mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
I mean, yeah, Byakuya had the room key. Maybe someone stole it from Byakuya?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time.
And Hiro can attest to that.
I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it.
Oh, crap.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second.
Oh, this
You've
is bad.
got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
Yeah, what's Monokuma not telling us?
Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
What? What do you mean time's up?
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
But I have more to say.
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time.
Great.
So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote
Oh, this is
using
bad.
the lever in front of you.
Voting time?
Yeah, he's trying to rush this along. Yeah, there is something going on here. Oh God, who are they gonna vote for? Let's keep going. Let's let this one go a little longer. I mean, supposedly everything's come to an end here, but...
Now, who will be chosen
Did I
as
get
the
to do my little
package.
manga thing?
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
I haven't done my manga thing yet.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
God. I guess maybe it could be like 50-50 and be like both of us, Kyoko and... Oh god, it's me. Well, screw all y'all. So is this like the bad ending or something? Oh god, I got the bad ending. Think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Jeez, tell me how you really feel. Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, oh, they got it right? What the heck? No, that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense.
Shing!
It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Chills! Kills!
It's time for a heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. So maybe I did kill God. I mean, I don't even have... I mean, my alibi was that I was knocked out, but I mean... I don't want to believe everyone, but I mean, if Monokuma's saying it, then it's either Makoto did do it, and then, I don't know, just didn't, like, blacked out or something. Or this is definitely the mastermind setting up a trap. Yeah. Yeah, that's what she thinks right now. Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
And yet you're not gonna say anything.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Well, bye, world. God. Dude, I'm like the main character. How can he be found guilty? Like, maybe something happened where I was like, I didn't know. I did something in my sleep or something. I don't know. Oh God, this is brutal. Really brutal. Really brutal. Oh God. Oh jeez. Says Kuma on it. Oh God, you're just gonna squish me? Oh my God, I'm gonna get freaking compressed. After school lesson. What kind of lesson are you trying to teach here, bro? Oh, jeez. There it is. He's all flushed now. This is not good. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, God. No! Oh, what's this? Oh, it's Alter Ego! Oh my God, she stopped. It stopped. This is good news. Wow, we actually got out of the punish. Oh, well, the fall will probably kill us.